Now that we're ready to move this truck, one of the last checks that we want to do before we do actually move this truck out of the shop is we're going to check all of our driveline angles. Of course, we're wanting to make sure that we have enough, or not too much or not too little driveline angles on each of those U-joints to make sure that they wear properly. There's an excellent tool that I use. It's on the meritor.com website. I'll give you the link here on the screen. And if you go to this website, it allows you to print out a sheet that you fill out with each of the angles. You go back to the website, you plug them in, and it color codes it. It's going to show you in red if you've got any driveline angles that need to be adjusted. So that's what Kevin's doing now. He's measuring each of those drive lines, each of the angle points, and we're going to see if they're going to be inside the workable range. So what we've got here is an angle tool. I'll zoom in here. And we use that to measure each of the angles. So I'll show you back on the form where we enter these numbers. Well, here's the tool that I was mentioning. It's on the Meritor website. First thing that you'll notice is that this is actually a PDF. It's an Adobe document. And what I have found is that this tool works the best in Firefox. I've tried it in a number of Internet Explorer browsers and it has not done very well. I've also confirmed that it doesn't work on the iPad browser window either. So using Firefox, we first want to choose our driveline configuration, and of course pictorially you know that this is the right one. I left click on that and it brings me into a 3-page PDF. Now this first page, the 1 of 3, you don't have to fill this out. What you can do is press the down arrow key on your keyboard and it'll bring you to the page that we're concerned with. What I like to do is I will first print this out. It's nice just to have a printout version of this that you can take to your truck and write in the 4 angles right on this document and then bring it back to your computer and type them in. Now let's use the numbers off of Jack's truck. Now see another 0.3. When you've entered the 4 numbers, come down here to the calculate button and it'll show you the resultant U-joint angles. And these are all good. What I want to point out is what it looks like when they're not good. When we've got something that's a little bit too aggressive, let's pick 7.8 in this case, and we click on the calculate button, you'll see that the resultant U-joint angles turn red. And we don't want those. Of course, if you look here on our diagram, our steady bearing is right here. And what you want to do is when you get some numbers down below that are red, you want to move your steady bearing either up or down to get some resultant angles that when you hit the calculate button, they're black. Black is good. We want to be back in black. So here is a good example of how we want our driveline angles to be properly set up and how to use this tool. So you can see from those results all of our driveline angles worked out really well. This truck is safe to take on the road and those U-joints are going to last. This is we're at the stage where we're starting to button things up and get it out the door. One of the important checks, of course, is we're going to start it up, run it for a little while, make sure all of our fluid levels are at the proper heights. But also we're going to get underneath it with flashlights and look for any kind of leaks. We're also going to be looking for any kind of air leaks. Well, we've inspected the truck for a couple hours here. We've been looking for any leaks underneath the truck. It's been looking really good. Just going over things, looking for loose bolts, looking for any wires that should be tie wrapped up, anything that's going to wear, and things are looking just fine. So what we're going to do next, we're going to close the hood, put the fenders back on it that have been in storage. I'm going to take this truck for another set of eyes to take a look at it. There's no such thing as being too safe. And what's been my personal policy is you need another set of eyes to look at a truck like this after you've been working on it. So I'm going to be taking it to a commercial facility and they're going to do a safety inspection. Now it's not necessary. This truck is meant for recreational, it's meant for personal use. It's not going to be registered as a commercial vehicle, but it's been my personal policy, have another set of eyes look at the truck and go through it to government standards to make sure that it's going to be safe for our family, our
friends, our wives, our husbands, and especially the other people on the road. All good, Kevin? It looks a little empty in here now. Who's next? We brought the truck around and over to our neighbors here at the Driveline experts. They've got the senior mechanics that are certified to do provincial inspections, commercial safety inspections. As you can see, they've got lots of trucks in their shop, and we've brought ours in, and Doug is taking a look at it now and going through their inspection list. I'll just give you an idea of the number of trucks that they're able to fit in their shop and the kind of work that they do. Well, everybody, welcome to the Gray Volvo on its inaugural maiden voyage as a single rear end axle truck. We're just leaving Calgary. We're on a pretty bumpy road here. We're going to get out onto a nice section of highway and we'll be able to see how the truck feels and sounds and shifts. As expected right now, we just got it on the road here out of the shop. It's passed its safety inspection with the exception of two things. Look at that, welcome to Canada. It is a freezing condition outside right now, and you can see on the right side there, those two lower amber lights. We've got a ABS light on and the traction control light on as expected. The truck has not been taken to Volvo yet. It's heading there in 4 days, so we'll get that fixed up at Volvo. And we have permission to record that as well, so we'll be joining them in their shop and seeing how they go about hooking a computer up to this to get it to ignore that missing axle. As well, when we pulled it out of the shop, it decided that it wanted to do a regen. So it wanted to clean the DPF. Hence the little light flashing in the bottom left corner there. I have made a request to cancel it. When I park it, I'll need to let it go through its process. So again, we're on a pretty rough section of road, but in a moment here we're going to get onto some nice highway. About 53, 54 miles an hour right now, and I don't have any movement in the steering wheel. It's nice and tight, no vibrations or shuddering in the truck. In a little bit here we'll be able to get up to 60 miles an hour. We're on a nice section of highway. It's flat. You see my steering wheel. Very little correction is necessary. It's running super straight. There's 60 miles an hour. 65. She is smooth. Nice ride. much to report. So the plan is we're going to take this truck, try to put a few hundred miles on it this weekend. Head to curling, head to hockey games, maybe we'll take it shopping, we'll see. Let's get some miles on it and make sure we work out any bugs or rattles or squeaks. I think in our next video I'll be showing you guys this truck being taken into the Volvo dealership to get the programming done. Thanks for watching. And I have a request. I've been learning about YouTube here, and I discovered that if you guys would take a moment while watching this video to hit the like button, it's the thumbs up button at the bottom of under the bottom of the screen. It helps others find our videos. So if you don't mind, if you've liked what you've seen so far in this video series, hey, I'd appreciate if you could hit that like button and perhaps even follow the channel, subscribe to our channel, and learn more about how we single these trucks, and I hope it'll be of assistance if you want to do your own. Thanks for watching. Well, behold the beautiful butterfly. Yes, the gray Volvo has metamorphized. That's the wrong word. Well, behold the new gray Volvo. It's got a single rear axle. Yes, it moves. It's on its maiden voyage. We're going to take it for a few more miles here and make sure that we've got all the bugs worked out, but it's riding really nice, and just thought I'd give you a walkabout out in the sunshine and see what it looks like. We're here at my local community hall. We've got a good parking lot, so I thought I would stop here.